Good morning. Today is a very, very cold Wednesday, and I'm on my way to work. Hoping somebody lets me in. Before we get started, please like and subscribe. Please share my channel. Please comment whether you agree with me or not. I love having you here. Thank you so much for being here. And let's just get started. I put the video on back there when I was stopped because once again I'm wearing my gloves. It is very cold out here. Winter has arrived and it's in the 20s, and I actually love this because I enjoy bundling up. I have a wool coat and a scarf and my gloves. I have a hat in my bag. I like bundling up. I like it. Feels all cozy. The river looks like it's got some ice chunks on it. The snow, there's not much snow left on the ground, which is kind of strange. Yesterday it was all white, and today it's very patchy. Sorry you couldn't see yesterday. In my yesterday's video, I was really hoping you'd be able to see the riverfront. If we get any snow at all, I'm going to have to go for a walk and make sure that I do some videos on how beautiful the snow cover is here. But today what I wanted to talk about is the way the world is changing, and especially with AI and with a lot of the media and the social platforms. There are so many things out there these days. Not that there weren't always some things, but there are a lot, and it's growing, of just fake everything. It's so weird because when I was younger, if somebody had a picture and they had blonde hair in their picture, they were blonde. And if somebody in, the 2000s did a video and they had a scene in the video and people were talking and going, discussing things, and there was scenery in the background, that's what it was. They were showing you what was going on. And these days, however, strangely, you see a photo of somebody blonde and you have no idea what color their hair is. You see a video of people having a great time, in some tropical place, and they could be in Alaska. You have no idea. Everything with AI creates a world of illusion. And a couple of things to mention with that. There are two ways to look at everything. You can either look at it like it's scary and bad, or you can look at it like it's exciting and can be used for good. And the truth of the matter is, it's both. AI can be used for a lot of good things, just like social media in the beginning was used to bring people together. You could have your friends right there and share your life with your friends who were across another side of the continent or on the other side of the world on social media. When it first came out, it was a wonderful place to be able to socialize with anybody from anywhere. And then, ads started to take over. Scams started to take it over a bit. Then more and more scams, more and more things that were nefarious. Social media became less of a friendly, happy, cheerful place to share with friends and family, and it became a marketplace for advertising, marketing, trying to basically take your money, and a lot of scams. And you can look at it still either way. When I saw the changes happening in social media, and I made the adjustment. I stopped using my page. I took everything that was money. I created a whole new page, actually, and took everything that had anything to do with money off of social media. I don't spend money on social media. I don't donate there. I don't ask for money there. I don't use currency. I don't combine social media with currency. So that happened because I did have a page where it was a fun page, and I was able to purchase things and donate, and somebody basically hacked it, hijacked it, took it over and tried to steal from me. So that was an eye-opener. And I created a new page where all I do is post pretty pictures of scenery, basically. That's what I do on my Facebook page now. I don't use it. I have a couple of groups that I get on. I comment on groups, things like the metaphysical and the power of manifestation and the universe and science and things like that. I like those groups, and sometimes I post comments on those groups. But other than that, I don't use social media for anything other than I'll click on it, look at people's pictures, check on my friends, like a few things here and there. But I've really scaled down my use of social media because of the increase in dark energy, dark intention on those platforms. So same goes for pretty much all of life. As life goes on, we see more and more. I mean, it just started in the last 6 months or so. Really, it's been crazy the last 2 or 3 months, and it's not going to get better. Reels and shorts and all these little things that people do. I don't have TikTok. I don't have X. I never joined most of the social media platforms. I have a YouTube channel and I have Facebook. I have an Instagram account, but I haven't posted anything to it in years. All I did was put pictures on it. Everything I do is pictures. I take pictures. I see 1111 here. I see pretty places and pretty scenery, and I like to take pictures. I'm a photographer, an amateur photographer, and I like to post my pictures. So that's what I use these social platforms for. But I see shorts and I see reels, and they're so ridiculous. Right now they're obvious. Like, I'm just scrolling through looking at pictures of my friends' grandchildren. Oh, isn't that sweet? She spent the weekend with her grandchildren, and all of a sudden this reel is like in my face, and it'll say something like, Tom Cruise marries alien girlfriend or something like that. Of course, if the headline's going to be that dumb, it's AI and it's stupid. But some of them aren't as stupid. Some of them sound like they're realistic. Like Brad Pitt, and it's usually about celebrities. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie back together. And then there's a video of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie dancing, looking like what they look like today, not looking like it was 10, 15 years ago. Swinging around and looking like they're in love. And, people are creating those. Those are AI. And then there's one that's exceptionally disturbing of Elon Musk looking like he's at dinner on a date with a female robot. And he's like looking at her like he's in love. And she's like opening her mouth and he's feeding her. I mean, some of these things, to me, it's just so stupid. And to a lot of people, they're just so stupid. But it's absolutely insane. It's just insane how many people you have looking at things that are so obviously created with AI. Like an alligator, big crocodile coming out of somebody's swimming pool and lunging for a child or something like that. And everybody's like, oh, how did that get in the pool? And like sharks swimming around in public pools. And I mean, right now they are obviously AI. But here's the really, I don't know if I want to say scary. Yeah, it's kind of scary to think that how many people, and I don't even know for sure if they're actual people or if they're bots, that when you look at the comments, you don't know if they're people or if they're bots anymore. But how many comments do you see on these really ridiculous videos and shorts and reels that are like, oh no, like that poor child, where are the parents? Those parents should be arrested. And this is another thing. This is what gets scary about it. These AI created videos, right now, it's almost like they're entertaining. They're for entertainment. But you'll have a picture of a child running across a busy city street, like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, running across, dodging between cars in a busy city. And a lot of the comments say things like, those parents need to be arrested. Where are those parents? Those parents, and then this has been going on for a long time. It escalates. Those parents should get the death penalty. Those parents should be, jailed without a trial. Those parents, let me take care of them. You have a lot of things that come up that look really horrible and look really bad, and like they're horrible societal travesties and injustices, and then people are out to hang other human beings dry. They want to go after other human beings with violence. And this is where it gets scary, because AI can be used for so many propaganda. The AI can be, there are countless ways that AI can be used for propaganda. And there are people who will look at an image, even if it's ridiculous, and number one, they'll believe it's true, and number two, their first response is go after them. Find somebody to blame and accuse and go after them with violence. And this is where it's getting, we really need to be careful. We really need to be careful. We are spiritual beings living a human experience, and this human experience is getting more and more strange by the day. And one of the things that's starting to happen is that these things are being used to manipulate the human mind. And they're being used not just to manipulate the human mind, but also to manipulate the human spirit. Because if your mind is manipulated into thinking that a picture is true of a child running through New York City in traffic, or of an adult doing something horrible to an animal, if your mind is so, and I'll use the word weak, if your mind is weakened enough to where you look at that image and automatically believe that that's true, that that's really happening, and that's real. I mean, at what point, hold on, I'm going to find a spot that doesn't have a bunch of ice in it. At what point are you going to start to look at things that are like less obvious and want to go after people? There will be at some point AI that shows images of political enemies or images of people that certain figures don't like and want to get rid of, and there will be videos created out of AI showing those people doing horrible things to animals and children. And those videos will say, this person caught red-handed doing this or that. And they won't be real. They won't be true. They'll be generated. Right now, we can see the difference. Right now, we can tell what's AI generated. We can tell that it's not real. But there's going to come a point in time, if you can't tell that these videos today aren't real, you're going to be in big trouble a year from now or 3 years from now. Because when videos come out in the future, and it's starting to happen, they're getting more and more real. It started with deep fake, or is that what it's called? Deep fake, where they would have like Tom Cruise doing an interview laughing and and people would be like, that's not Tom Cruise. But a lot of people thought it was. It looks similar to him. But they're starting to get better and better and better and better to where it will look just like the person. It'll sound just like the person. There are people that are clipping sound bites, creating videos of somebody with their mouth moving and sound bites. Right now, you can tell they don't have it perfectly down yet, but they will. So we all need to be really careful of what we're watching and what we're believing. My policy starting a few months ago, when I first started to see these reels and these videos, these ridiculous things coming out, I can see it coming. And my policy is take everything with a grain of salt. Don't form an opinion about anything. Assume that everything isn't real. It's not real. until I see it for myself in person, live and in person. And there may even become a day when they're able to do holographic things and create scenes where you're looking with your eyes. They're going to start messing with our senses. And so we're really going to start having to rely on our spiritual discernment. We can't rely on our senses forever. There's really, I believe there's going to come a time when we're not going to, I mean, even now in the political environment with telling, lies and all these different things that are untrue. If you weren't there, my policy has always been, if I wasn't there and I didn't see it for myself, I'm not going to just believe it. I'll read it, I'll look at it, but I won't form an opinion on it because I wasn't there. And that has been my policy for years. But the policy is going to change from that to, even if I was there and it was right in front of me, I'm still going to observe it. I'll look at it. I might form an opinion of what I think it looks like, but I'm not going to take action because, if I don't know what it is for sure, if I don't know if it's real, why would I just automatically say that person's bad or this person needs to go to jail or this is happening or this is what needs to happen? It's one thing to believe what you're seeing. It's another thing to take action on it. So I really, really highly, highly, highly recommend to everybody who's listening, everybody out there, and please share this. Please like, please subscribe, please get the algorithms going, and please share, because I really highly recommend that people start using their brains. But more than that, people stop relying on their brains and their senses and start finding discernment, because discernment says, I'm going to look around and see all these visuals. I'm going to take it all in and say, yep, it's a visual. And I'm going to continue to be kind to people, regardless of the visuals I see. Discernment says, if I see something happening right in front of me, yes, I might need to take action if something's happening right in front of me. But if it's a story and it's being presented to me, no action needs to be taken other than it stays with me. I can have an opinion about it, but I'm not going to step forward and start taking massive action. And I'm especially not going to become violent. And I think that that's really a good rule of thumb, is just basically love everyone. Don't become violent. Discern what you're seeing and have your opinion about it. Take action if it's right there. If somebody is running right at you, take action. But if somebody is, on a video somewhere running at somebody else in another state, there's no need to take action. I just think it's a really, really good idea for society so that we don't fall into chaos, to make sure that we're using our own discernment in that way. So that's what I wanted to share today. I'm going to get into the office. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.